Hey church family, Pastor Randy here again. Sometimes life just feels like it's all uphill, then there's no end to this incline. There's enemies that are bombarding us, whether it just be our thoughts or real enemies that are having riots and tearing down things, or the unseen virus enemy that we can't see of COVID-19 right now. And our whole being longs to be refreshed. We're thirsty for something different. We're longing for it all to stop and go away and to just have some normalcy in life right now. I want to walk through another psalm with you today, Psalm 63. The writer of this psalm talks about being parched, talks about being thirsty, talks about his whole being just longing to be refreshed. And so I want us to hear this. I also and relate with it, because I believe that we're in a time that we can relate with this. But I also want us to hear the answer of what he does to be refreshed. Okay, so Psalm 63, starting in verse 1, he says, "You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you in a dry and parched land where there is no water. I have seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory. Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you. I will praise you as long as I live, and in your name I will lift up my hands. I will be fully satisfied as with the richest of foods. With singing lips, my mouth will praise you. On my bed, I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night, because you are my help. I sing in the shadow of your wings. I cling to you. Your right hand upholds me." Then in verses 9 and 10, he's going to talk about what happens to his enemies, which can bring us some comfort of hearing that there's some consequences in store for those who are evil and doing evil. Verses 9 and 10 says this: "Those who want to kill me will be destroyed. They will go down to the depths of the earth. They will be given over to the sword and become food for jackals." We can say, all right, our enemies are not always going to be around. No, we don't have to rejoice that people are going to be destroyed, and yet we can rejoice that God is going to have a day of reckoning. God is going to have a day of reckoning. So let's make sure that we're trusting in God. There's a few answers that I see here. First, he says, "You, God, are my God, and earnestly I seek you." Are you seeking God today? Another answer that I see is verse 4, "I will praise you as long as I live." Even when you're walking uphill and you don't see any end in sight, or you're in that dry land and you're parched, you're thirsty, your whole being is longing to be refreshed, I will praise you, God, as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. And then in verses 6, 7, and 8, look at this. "On my bed I remember you. Even in bed I remember you through the night watches. Because you are my help, I sing in the shadow of your wings. I cling to you. Your right hand upholds me." Church family, are you clinging to God? Are you thinking about him all day long and even into the night watches? Who is it that you're praising? Are you praising God, or are you spending most of your time speaking bad about people who are on the news? I know there's a lot of bad going on, and we should not be happy about it, but we need to spend more time praising the one who saves us and praising the one who is our hope, who is our strength. So let's make sure that we are doing what it takes to seek after God, praising him, thinking about him, talking to him, clinging to him. Because I don't think that this uphill is done. we're going to continue to be walking uphill for quite some time. It's a struggle, I know. It's a dry land, but God has good things in store for his people, even in the midst of the incline, even in the midst of the dry land. God can refresh your soul and refresh your body and your mind. Church family, I love you. Let's keep going after him.